Hi everyone, week 3 is here and we're going to talk about what it means for your walks and runs if your knees are weak. It can take a toll on the hips and the low back, just as we discussed with weak ankles in week 1. So I'm going to show you an exercise that addresses all motions of the knee and helps you strengthen for any movement that comes your way as you are running on uneven surfaces. So you're going to want to stand on one leg, and we're going to run through a grid of single leg lunges. So let's start on the left leg. You're going to reach forward, out, and pick different points of motion to tap that toe down. Just strengthen the knee all the way around the grid. Obviously, balance is going to come into play here. You do not have to make your way all the way around. You're going to run through those positions on each side of the leg. You're going to want to do it 3 to 5 times. At first, it's going to be a little bit more challenging to make your way all the way around those full 5 times. What you want to keep in mind as you go is the more you bend the knee, the farther you can reach, but also the harder the activity is. So a good starting point would be to stand on the leg, tap just a little bit. Make sure the balance can be maintained as you reach. And then as you become stronger with that knee, you're going to be sinking lower and reaching farther. You will feel the challenge in and around the knee, may even feel it up to the hip and the ankle. This is a fantastic and very effective exercise that will help prepare the body for more and more movement and prolonged running or fast-paced walking. That being said, we now need to address the hips this week. More time on our feet means a little bit more soreness, and we're bumping up the amount of time spent in that fast-paced walking as well as with the running. So my favorite hip stretch is the piriformis stretch, which is a figure 4. You're going to want to find a seat, cross one ankle up to the opposite knee, and push down. This right here can be enough of a stretch for you depending on how tight the hips are. If you want to enhance it, you can push down on that knee or lean forward. Making sure to take nice deep breaths to lengthen the spine as you fold forward, so you're not just rounding in the upper back. You really want this to come from the low back and the outer hip. My suggestion for this stretch is to hold it for 30 seconds and do 2 to 3 per side. Now I have you coming straight forward. You have the option to come down on an angle to target a different area of the hip, and then the opposite direction to get a whole nother area of the hip. Again, you'd be holding each position for 30 seconds. And as your workouts change and day to day, you're gonna crave something different from your body in terms of stretching. So adjust it as needed. Now, we did everything with the knee pushing down, but sometimes, since this piriformis muscle works differently, whether the knee is pulled up above 90 degrees or below 90 degrees, you may feel you need a stretch by pulling the knee up towards you. Again, you can lean into it as you pull the knee into the chest, keeping the back nice and tall as you do. You can rotate with this any direction you may need. And again, 30 seconds, 2 to 3 times per side. This feels awesome walking or running. You can do it before and after, a couple times a week, but make sure you do everything on both sides to keep the hips even. We have a tendency to favor one side or the other, and whichever leg we tend to cross over when we're seated is going to be a little bit more shortened than the opposite. So finding balance in those hips as we continue to progress activity protects the low back. It allows the legs to work evenly, and you're going to find that the more freedom you have to move in your hips, the faster your stride is and the more comfortable you feel when running. So week 3, here we go. I hope you are enjoying this program. Again, reach out if you have questions. I'm always happy to chat, and let me know how you're doing. Enjoy this week, and we'll touch base next week.